Alrighty my friends, one of my Kickstarters has come through and I'm super excited about it, so I'm going to take you through what that is. Hi, my name's Charlie and welcome to Tabletop Gaming, but I'm excited! So you may have seen a little while ago on Kickstarter, Big Potato Games teamed up with Shut Up and Sit Down, which are two of my favourite things. Now, they did so to create a version of Don't Get Got. If you've not heard of Don't Get Got, it's sort of a game you play over a longer period of time. So perhaps you start your game night and everybody starts playing Don't Get Got. You are given secret missions and asked to fulfill those missions as you go along. So it might be that you drum your fingers on the table in a certain pattern to play out a tune, and your Don't Get Got challenge is to get someone else to join in with you. If they join in with you, you get to shout, "You got!" and you get to turn over one of your, turn over the token that is, or the bit of paper that is in your sleeve that shows you managed to do so. However, if that person turns around and goes, "You're trying to get me," you lose out on that. Nope, not happening, not. Now what's fun about these is that you quite often get absorbed into something else that you're not paying attention that A, you yourself might get got, and B, that you forget sometimes what those missions are. So you really have to keep them at the forefront and try and challenge them. It's first to 3, so first to get 3 people based on it, and you're all playing at the same time whilst doing other things. I enjoy this game so much because there are people in my group that are very good at it. There's a lot of sort of drama when someone gets some and they're like, why? Why didn't I realise this was so silly? Why didn't I think that this was part of the game? And it's just sort of trying to make that connection as you go. Now the Shut Up and Sit Down version just basically gave you a little bit more as well. I also got a couple of stretch goals, I believe, as part of it. So one of them was a sticker, which I'm not going to lie, I've already stuck down, and one of them was a pin, which I've already placed in pride of place on my desk, because who doesn't love a pin nowadays? However, everything else I have replaced inside the box for us to open and take a look at. I have not gone through the components in any particular detail, so we'll do a little bit of that today too. So, without further ado, ta-da! Now, okay, this isn't the game box, this is the delivery box, but I sort of wanted to show you it because it's really well, this came. I knew exactly what this was. I think the postman knew what this was, which is super exciting. But if we open it up, we have a nice and familiar bright orange. However, that is not all. So if I, wah! Those, I believe, are my stretch goals. Okay, so let's start out. Beautiful fluorescent orange. Very clear what this is, and the explanation on the back of how to play, which is as simple as it possibly can be. Now, interestingly, mine came unsealed, not too sure why, but regardless, I would have unsealed it, so it doesn't make any difference, and everything appears to be inside. Let's take a moment though to see what fell out. Now, these are, if we get them in the right order, we have Classic Pack 1, Classic Pack 2, and Classic Pack 3. So these are sort of like going back and getting more. So these ones you might be a little bit more familiar with, but for me, having not played it in a very long time and the amount that are in there, I think we can quite easily get away with it. So if, for example, I just pop open the Classic Pack 1, to show you what I mean, you can see now we talked about if you get got, you nailed it, if you didn't get got, you failed it. And examples of those are draw on a player's skin without being caught. Interesting. Do you reckon you could do it? Look, another one. Get a player to take a selfie with you but using their phone. Would you nail it? Would you fail it? Who knows? And it also depends obviously on your friends and how suspicious that they are. I have a friend who I played this with who is frustratingly good. Frustratingly good. He never gets caught, he always knows exactly what to do, and it just makes you want to throw something at him, to be honest. I will be totally honest. But it's also really funny because he's constantly aware all the time of what's going on, so he's a little bit jumpy too, so you can do random things that make him think he's got when he hasn't got, and it's amusing all around. So let's take a look, that aside, with this. Okay, so we're keeping in the orange theme. Here is our how to play, which again, lovely and simple, lovely and easy to do. There's not too much more to it than what I've already explained. And then the inside here. So at the top, we have the wallets that will contain those Don't Get Got, and then we have the similar to the black ones that I had before, but these are now the Shut Up and Sit Down versions of them. This is going to give me 120 more missions, and if I don't break it first, there's a QR code on the back to explain how to play too, which is quite good. So, I just show you those in a little bit more detail. So you'll fold those little wallets over. On the back you have a quick rules reminder, and inside the perfect storage for those. So I will get one and I will show you what it looks like, but all you'll do is flip those over to say whether you succeeded or not. So inside this box contains 2 different types and 2 packs of one. So one of them is epic game night missions. Oh, epic and game night missions, I should say. So these are big ones. These are the upgrades. So if that player that I know that's very good at it wants to play with a group of other people that are very good at it, this is the one. They're also a little bit more ongoing, I would expect, but we'll take a look at those in just a second. And then we have 2 packs that are specifically from Shut Up and Sit Down. So these are ones that presumably they have come up with and for us to do. So let's take a quick look at what's inside both of them. So epic and game night, what do you think might be included? And then I'm going to ask you whether you're able to do any of them in particular. So epic missions, let's take a look. Get a player to memorise at least 2 lines of poem and recite them to you. Goodness, that's when I feel that would be like an ongoing, like monthly game. Like how many of these can we do over a long period of time? Get a player to give at least 2 kisses to something that is not human. So presumably if you've got pets in the house, that's going to be your best bet. Or challenge a player to do to say the alphabet backwards if they do the entire thing they got. Get a player to open an umbrella indoors. That's bad luck. That's bad luck. If you manage that, I will be impressed. So these are perhaps your more difficult ones, but they are described as epic for a reason. Outside of those, let's have a look. These are the titular ones. These are the Shut Up and Sit Down edition. What is it that they're going to have in store for us? Let's find out. So, number 1, get a player to look up something either in the dictionary or urban dictionary that doesn't exist. The tough part of that is thinking of something that doesn't exist convincing enough for them to then Google it. Arguing over whether something exists does seem like something I could do. Get a player to say their full name, complete with middle name and surname. I think we could do that. We have get a player to take a deep breath and then breathe out slowly. That's interesting. I don't know how I'd do that, but I totally could. Find out a player's go-to karaoke song and get them to sing a little bit. They're all things that are like sort of general. You could imagine these coming up in conversation in some way. It's just up to you to prompt that occurs. Then get a player to start a sentence with "when I die." Get a player to sing or hum the national anthem. Took me a while to remember what the national anthem is, which is really bad. Lots of little quests and little decisions. I will do the last one just very quickly so that we know that we're getting something presumably similar, but it does mean we can go through one pack to know which ones we've done. Because obviously if someone's trying to convince me to play the national anthem once I've already done it, I'm not going to do it. Which is why you may have noticed specifically I'm only taking the top cards to take a look at, so that in future games it's not ruined for me and I know that I can play along without having prior knowledge that I can cheat with. So get a flower to take a deep sniff of a flower or a plant. I like that in brackets it's got real or fake. It's up to you. Get 2 players to disagree on which of the 2 children's TV shows is better. Get a player to jump over something without being prompted. Fabulous. So you'll see much of a muchness in the best kind of way. It's all little challenges that you're going to fill into these. So fold it over so that you can see them. Sorry, I should have explained. These are doubled. So when you fold them over to then sit into here, it doesn't matter which way round you do it. But when you fold them back to mark whether you nailed it or failed it, your colour is really obvious and you can see what's going on. But they just slot into here. So that's Don't Get Got, the Shut Up and Sit Down edition. Now I'm not too sure if late pledges are available, I don't believe they are, so if you want a copy you may have to pick it up second hand, but there are certainly other versions of this. So the original Don't Get Got, for example, you can pick up on the Big Potato website, or there is a Christmas edition, which is perfect, obviously, for Christmas. So really good group of friends, a lot of different missions that you can enjoy too. So those are always an option if you can't get your hands on this one. As for me, I'm off to go and try and trick most of the office into playing this, as well as then everyone at home and every game night that I have ever. So very exciting. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do hit like, thank you very much, and subscribe to see more similar things. So we're very excited about tabletop games. We will share them in all forms that we can. Speaking of which, of sharing, we have tabletopgaming.co.uk where you can see even more. Let me know in the comments if there are any epic get-gots that you've got, or you have get-gotted, or you know what I mean. If you've played this game and there's really funny stories, please tell me. I would love to hear them. If you have ideas for great Don't Get Gots, let me know those too. I adore chatting to you guys in the comments. It's basically the highlight of my day. So please do leave us a comment. Let us know what you're up to, what you're playing at the moment. If it's this, if it's something similar, tell me everything. Anyway, thanks so much for watching and have a great day.